This is the 1995 Nissan Primera P10, the facelift version. We're gonna take a ride from the main stable base of Nissan Primera within Tatoi, Athens outskirts, to the surrounding village perimeter, and return to the same exact base here at this farm stable. We have kept the vehicle in the shadow below the trees, and of it being in a very good temperature. The car has been ignited by the first key ignition attempt, and now we're exiting the main door to take the route to the village. So this is an actual 2.3 kilometers road from the farm towards the main village urban area, and the road to a point has been recently asphaltated. From for some 200 meters from the top of the road. The road is quite bumpy. It has anomalies, and the Nissan Primera recently was having a service replacing the suspension rods, the metal rods that support the suspension, and it's in a very proper state of balance according to its axles. Though we have to go with approximately low speed of 30 to 40 kilometers, approximately with the third gear, in order for the car not to have any bad surprises. There are some tight corners to this road, and so we have to somehow alarm the incoming drivers for our presence in order to avoid any collision. But mainly to this 2-3 kilometers distance, we just have one or two tight corners. To the other part of the perimeter, to the other road climbing down, it is even better with a very good asphaltated road. So the Nissan Primera P10 was recently pumped 30 euros of 98 octanes fuel from an eco gas station. It was about 15 and something in liters, and with approximately a consumption of fuel of 8.9 liters per 100 kilometers. The approximate capacity of this vehicle with this 15.40 liters is about 140-150 kilometers until the next pump fuel in. And we must be careful, especially in the summer with the heat, not to fulfill the tank, because the gasoline may explode and so on. It's also a matter of low weight for the car to have a full tank load, and the best tank capacity of fuel fulfillment is around to the 60 liters that the tank takes. It's about to the middle, 30 liters, even 40 liters at the top, for the reasons I have explained to you. The weather is proper for a ride or a joyride. The sun is rising, as in most days, and especially recently with the climate change, and issues of visibility are non-existent. So now we are marching into the main urban area of the village. You can see the cafeterias, the buildings, the clubs. We can see also the public bus. Here it is to our right, a public stadium. And mainly the speed here has to be 20-30 kilometers per hour. According to the new traffic laws that are about to be imported to the Greek legislation, the appropriate speed within the city limits and in urban areas is to be around 20-30 kilometers per hour, below from the 50 that it used to be. So now we are taking the downturn, the second part of the perimeter of the circumference of the village. As you may anticipate, the road is perfectly asphaltated. Recently, some 2-3 months ago, it is really unproblematic for the car driving, and we're gonna have a very good ride. It's also another 2.3 kilometers distance road to the farm. Thankfully to God, this vehicle is flawless. It has shown literally zero problems. Of course, preserving the fact that we are maintaining the service applications regularly per each year or per 10,000 kilometers, which is an actual formation of 1 year since the car being parked into the farm. It's only driven on Sundays, as the legislation appoints for the historic vehicles, as this Primera is a historic vehicle. We have to use all the gears for the gearbox to be properly maintained. So now I am within the 4th gear, descending with no acceleration, no gas pressure, and right now this is another Primera, the P11, up climbing, and now I'm clutching in the 5th gear for our Nissan Primera P10. As you may have known from previous videos, there is an official service dealer and service shop approximately 4 kilometers from its base here in Tatoi, Athens outskirts, and we have a very good service and parts department for the vehicle. So moving with the 5th gear, the car rose very unproblematically, and all the functions of the car, the electric, the electronic, the mechanic, the suspension, the driving, the steering wheel, they're in a very good state. Thankfully, due to my father, Nicholas, due to me, John, and due to my brother and sister-in-law, Konstantin and Yota, that we were all using the vehicle for a time frame of 29 years, closing this August. The car has been maintained very nicely. Here I'm going to pause to check the steering wheel kinetics. It is moving to the right, it is moving to the left with some extra application force, because recently the steering wheel has lost its driving hydraulic support, but as a conventional steering wheel now on, it is satisfactorily operating. The car is cornering and drifting quite normally. So we are into the final meters distance before the last turn to the stable farm. We have entered the main farm area. As started, we're going to park the Nissan Primera under the shadow, next to the wheelhouse, and we will be in a proper state. Recently, with a special liquid for the plastic rejuvenation, we have rejuvenated the color and the surface of the steering wheel, the whole dash, the whole plastic areas within the cabin, and externally to the external areas of the plastic lines and so on. And for some external views of the vehicle, so this has been a Nissan Primera P10, the facelift 1995 version, Joyride within the Athens-Tatoi outskirts in the Krioneri village. Thank you very much.